Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Loss on top of loss. A difficult time is made even worse for a disabled Detroit man when a thief decides to take away his only means of getting around. The victim is a longtime teacher who's grieving the loss of his mother earlier this week.
And he's not sure how he will get to her funeral after someone smashed his car window and stole the steering wheel. It happened on Tracy Street near 8 Mile and Schaefer. That's where we find Priya Mann. And Priya, no one heard the car alarms.
No, good evening, Will and Kim. Nobody heard the car alarms. Ed didn't, the neighbors didn't. In fact, Ed first noticed that his car door was open. But, you know, after 5 back surgeries, it takes a minute for Ed to get from his front porch all the way to his car. But when he got here and he looked inside, he was heartbroken that his steering wheel was gone. All of this as he plans his mother's funeral.
I just want to know why. They got the video. I mean, why?
Just before 8 this morning, a man walked up to Ed Norwood's car, smashed the window, and stole his steering wheel.
You see the walkers in the front, so you know I'm disabled. They can't say they didn't know that. And then you bust my window and you see the handicap sign there.
The 2018 Chevy Malibu was more than a vehicle. It was a lifeline for Ed. He just bought it a month ago and would drive from Detroit's west side to visit his mom at her nursing home in Livonia.
We'll both be smiling and she'll be saying, you know, that I love you. That's my boy coming, my boy coming.
But a few days ago, his mom died unexpectedly.
She died, and that's the main thing I do. I want to be able to get to a funeral.
It hurts me so bad because, you know, he just lost his mom. And then to have this happen to him, and he's such a good guy.
Somehow, in the midst of his grief, Ed still has compassion for the person who did this.
If he would have came to me and said, I'm about to do that to your car, give me $100, I would have got $100 and gave it to him because I need the car for my mom. The person who did it, I feel sorry for him because it makes me feel like if he was that desperate, that he must have been in pain too.
You know, this thief took off with his steering wheel in under 3 minutes. Ed says police were stunned when they looked at that surveillance video. Police are investigating. Anyone with information is asked to give them a call. If you'd like to help Ed, possibly help him to get a ride to make sure he can make it to his mom's funeral, we have his contact info up on clickondetroit.com. Reporting on Detroit's west side, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Okay, Priya, and hopefully they find the people responsible. Thank you.
All right, now to Rochester Hills, where a man was found murdered and his wife bound with duct tape inside their home. The crime scene is on Newcastle Drive in a large neighborhood east of Squirrel Road, south of Dutton. Sean Lay has been out there since early this afternoon gathering information. And Sean, the Oakland sheriff described a bloody scene inside that home.
Just awful, and the wife, who was duct taped, was able to get a hand free to call 911. She's at the hospital now because this was just too stressful and devastating for her. Look, Oakland County right now is under alert. There's 2 guys out there who murdered this man who are still out there. Right now, the sheriff just put out anyone with any type of security camera or doorbell video from 8 last night to noon today to give them a call right away.
He said there's a gas leak. They were allowed in the house. The husband went to the basement with them where the gas comes into the house, and the wife never saw him again.
2 men posing as DTE workers in a white pickup truck with a DTE logo on the side came to the door of this home on Newcastle late last night, telling the homeowner that there was a gas leak and they had to get inside. There was no gas leak. The men were not let into the house last night. Just before noon today, the same men came back, according to the sheriff. Same story. The men said they were with DTE. They are not. They had to check a gas leak. The 72-year-old homeowner let them in, took them to the basement. That is where the 72-year-old was found dead. His wife was tied up with duct tape upstairs. She was able to get a hand free to dial 911. Oakland County Sheriff Michael Bouchard says the men have no connection to DTE. The likely connection, the victim ran a jewelry and pawn shop in Hamtramck known for flashy jewelry.
We don't know if they're armed or with what, but obviously we would certainly presume they're very dangerous, obviously given that they've done what they did here today.
just awful. Now, look, they got a head start because these guys got in, tied the wife up, unfortunately killed the 72-year-old husband in the basement, then walked around the house for 20 minutes before they took off in a white truck. DTE logo on the truck. Sheriff says they believe that logo is now gone, so looking for a white truck and these two guys, asking for anyone's help. Also, the sheriff, Kimberly, we saw this in the 5 o'clock hour. The sheriff frustrated that the doorbell camera company was not giving up the footage right away. As soon as we get the footage, we'll bring it out to everyone to get a good look at these guys so they can get turned in right away. Back to you.
Okay, Sean, we appreciate it. Will.
Okay.
In Florida and across much of the southeast, the storms have passed, but the recovery is just beginning. For many, it's difficult to distinguish where the damage from Hurricane Helene ends and that of Hurricane Milton begins, but help is on the way.
Double destruction in the Sunshine State.
I think the complicating factor here is going to be there's two storms.
Hurricane Helene made landfall in Florida as a deadly Category 4 hurricane, carving a 500-mile path of destruction across 6 states. Then Milton hit as a Category 3 storm, bringing tornadoes, torrential rain, and storm surge.
And having 2 major hurricanes in less than 3 weeks has really decimated our downtown area.
In Valrico, Hillsborough County, deputies are still evacuating people from flooded homes.
We're at 6 feet deep. We have some people who believe that it might get as high as 20 feet.
In Pinellas County, hundreds remain in shelters, some who've been there for weeks.
We have over 170 people that have actually been in shelters with us since Hurricane Helene.
The rescues and relief pouring in.
Our available force represents the largest National Guard response in Florida.
We have an additional $50 million on top of what we did for Hurricane Helene.
FEMA says people will need to apply for separate hurricane relief for each storm.
We're just going to have to continue to work with each person as they're working through understanding what they experienced from Helene, what they experienced from Milton, so they can get everything that they're eligible for.
While victims assess the damage left behind, moments of hope and resilience begin to emerge.
We had a beautiful baby girl that was born in one of our shelters. Our shelter staff helped with the delivery.
As of this morning, more than 2 million Floridians were still waiting for their electricity to be restored. That's down from nearly 3.5 million on Thursday. Ron?
In southeast Michigan, what we have is warm temperatures, a mixture of sunshine and some clouds out there. Here's the view into downtown Detroit. We do have those temperatures up to near 80 degrees. It's 79 in Detroit, 75 for both Ann Arbor and Pontiac. Monroe coming in at 77 degrees. What you'll notice is those winds mostly out of the southwest, right around 10 to 15 miles per hour sustained. Some of those gusts closer to 20 and 25 miles per hour. The above normal warmth is sending temperatures some 10 to 15 degrees warmer in southeast Michigan today. But we have a cold front that is sweeping through, and that is going to allow temperatures to tumble, getting back to normal for the weekend. Now, with this front, we do have a few showers that are developing. You'll see that up in northern Michigan. They right now are traveling toward the southeast, and a couple of these showers could clip northern portions of the thumb. Here in Metro Detroit, we will be dry. Summer-like weather today, rain shower chances over the weekend. That's coming up, guys.
This Sunday, the Lions get the chance to avenge last season's heartbreaking and controversial loss to the Cowboys. They'll be in Dallas again, where you may remember they converted a last-second 2-point conversion that would have won them the game, but the officials said it didn't count because, according to them, one of the Lions linemen hadn't reported as an eligible player. Coach Dan Campbell says the Cowboys are once again looking like a tough team, especially at the most important position.
You know, and this quarterback is as good as they come. So, you know, this is going to be a challenge, and our guys know that, but we're looking forward to it. And we're in a good place right now, and we'll be ready to go.
The Lions take a record of 3-1 into this game. Kickoff is set for 4:25 Sunday afternoon. We should also note weather is having an impact on tomorrow's Tigers playoff game in Cleveland. Because of the weather, the decisive Game 5 of the American League Division Series is moving up to 1:05 p.m. The Guardians posted a statement making the announcement. The game had previously been set for 8 tomorrow night.
All right, an important warning tonight from Consumer Reports about a popular baby product called Baby Walkers, or just Walkers. They're marketed as a way to help infants move around, learn to walk, but baby walkers have been linked to thousands of injuries and even deaths. Here's why the experts at Consumer Reports say they're also dangerous and what parents can do to protect their children.
For years, baby walkers have been a popular choice for parents looking to help their little ones move and explore. Jessie Yazuda, seen here with her 2 baby cousins in baby walkers, used one as a baby herself. Her siblings have gotten it for their children.
Family members would always get baby walkers for our family members. Like, even without asking, they were like, oh, you should get a baby walker.
What Jessie's family didn't know, and many parents still don't know, is that over just one 4-year period, sit-in baby walkers were linked to an average of 3,000 injuries per year and 8 deaths.
The most common injuries were babies falling out of their walkers or down the stairs, causing injuries to their hands and faces, contusions, abrasions, and even internal organ injuries.
That is why Canada banned them 20 years ago. The American Academy of Pediatrics says baby walkers should never be used.
Parents don't realize how fast babies can move in walkers. They can travel multiple feet per second, and it isn't just the risk of falling downstairs, but also other hazards like increased access to stoves or pools.
Despite repeated calls, updated safety standards, and expert warnings, baby walkers continue to be sold in the U.S. Hispanic consumers are almost twice as likely as non-Hispanic consumers to have purchased a baby walker in the last 6 months.
It's more of a tradition, I think, for our family, since everyone always had one.
The Juvenile Products Manufacturers Association, an industry trade group, responded in a statement to Consumer Reports saying in part, baby walkers on the market in the U.S. today include a number of design improvements and safety features that have made them, like all other baby products, safer than at any other time. But many safety advocates, including Consumer Reports, say the risk of injury or even death is too great.
It's time for the U.S. to follow Canada's lead and ban all baby walkers.
And another reason to avoid baby walkers, studies show children who use them extensively may not get enough practice standing up on their own, which could actually make it harder for them to walk independently.